Welcome back, football fans, to another episode of Necessary Roughness right here on the Bite Size Sports Network. I am back in the host chair. Big shout out to Nick, and there's Zach for holding it down while I was on my darkness retreat. And we've got our resident Titans expert joining us, James Schmeitz, right above me there. And we've got a little bit of news to jump into right away. We're going to get to an AFC player fantasy draft that the three of us are going to do when James hops off. But we've got him for a few minutes here at the top of the show. So let's talk a little bit of Titans news. DeAndre Hopkins turned down more money elsewhere to chase a ring with a real legit franchise QB. Am I saying that backwards?
No, you're saying it's correct.
Hopkins goes for the money and goes to play with Ryan Tannehill instead of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. So it's not a pure ring chase, but I think it's really interesting, actually. Like, the more I think about it, we gave you a lot of guff, James, about
oh yeah, it's been relentless. It's been relentless out here, folks. Colts fans have been relentless. Discord's been relentless, but.
Yep.
I got to put my hat on because it's so sunny in Nashville right now, boys. Like, I don't want to get burned. It's good times down there.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of memes and things of that nature regarding like the washed up good receiver trend.
Oh yeah, I got that one's ruthless.
Yeah, but I don't think it's quite like a Randy Moss Titans stint. I don't think it's quite a Andre Johnson Titans stint. I think
they were pretty deep in
a lot
their
more
careers.
left in the tank.
Yeah, that's the hope. Is it's not even Julio. Julio was hurt so much. The hope is it's a little farther back in the as we talked about. You guys have talked about before. The Titans wide receiver core is possibly the worst in the NFL, if not second worst to the Texans, just because of Treylon Burks. And this move, like, I don't think they need or expect Hopkins to be number one. Like, he doesn't need to be the guy. He doesn't need to have 1,100, 1,200 yards. It'd be great if he found the fountain of youth, but he slots everybody back. He slots Treylon into the 2 spot or 1B if you want to look at it like that. Kyle Phillips plays a slot like he's supposed to. There's Nick Westbrook Aquino season, boys. It's over. It was a real special time in his 200 yards in all season, his 100-yard game last year. Like, I love it just from that, getting everybody slotted down. It takes pressure off the young guys, gives them a little time. Like, everybody's expecting a big jump from Chig and Treylon, but now they don't have to, like, they're not getting the number one corners, the number one safeties. They're not locked in because D-Hop's out there. Gives Tannehill another option, which, if you remember, everybody seems to forget 3 years ago or 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago, they had the number one or the number 3 offense in the NFL. And it was built around Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry. Henry's still there, a little more tread. Can Treylon replace A.J.? Probably not, but can he have that blow-up season and get close? And then is D-Hop better than Corey Davis? Probably. Mm-hmm. So it slots him in better. I know everybody's already jumping down the train of Randy Moss, Andre Johnson, and Julio Jones. The hope is you were one of them. I got attacked. John came at me. But the hope is he's still got something left in the tank. And listen, if he doesn't, it was worth a shot because their receivers are so bad. It's a 2-year deal. It's not like it's an end-all, be-all deal. Tennessee has a ton of money next year. So it works out really good for them in the short term. And we'll see. We'll see what he's got in the tank.
Yeah. 2 years, 26. Could be as much as 32 mil if he hits all his incentives. I imagine at the table he wanted just a little bit more than Odell.
I would think so too, but he didn't get it anywhere.
Right. Zach, how does this move make you feel? Do you think? Are you taking the Titans any more seriously with the addition of Hopkins? Do you think it moves the needle for them, even just in and of themselves? Maybe not necessarily in that loaded AFC, but do you think they're a little bit more competitive?
I don't think it exactly moves the needle because still at quarterback you have either Tannehill, Willis, or Levis.
Oh, haters.
Who aren't really going to do very much for you, but I do like it in the fact, like you said, of how it takes pressure off the young guys by inserting someone who's known to be a top 5 wide receiver when healthy, when on the field. So in that regard, it makes sense. I'm a little bummed out because you guys know I want him on the Giants as our wide receiver 1 to kind of do like the same thing. But
yeah, he'd have
I
been
don't
the same
think
way
that
for
we
them.
were
That'd
gonna
have been just like that.
Yeah, we weren't gonna really throw the money at him like we're not doing it with Saquon, but no, I like the move for the Titans, but I think that they just still need like a QB upgrade in order to be taken like very seriously because Tannehill's on the fall off. Levis slipped; he's not really gonna do anything. I don't think, at least. And Malik Willis has proven that he can't really make accurate throws for that much. So
he hasn't even played yet.
They still have to put up. What?
They said the same thing about Josh.
Malik Willis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Malik,
in
Nick,
my
you feel anything differently?
yeah, what do you feel like, Nick? Now I'm gonna give you my opinion how I think this goes.
No, I really like it. I for a long time, I've been following it really closely because, he said that he wanted to play with Josh Allen. As a Bills fan, I thought that he might become a Bill. And then I see that Von Miller's like, oh, we'll get him. Don't worry. And I'm like, Von says we'll get everybody, and we don't get anybody. So, I thought it was an arms race between us and Kansas City, and I was kind of afraid more of us getting him. I was, at least he doesn't. As long as he doesn't go to Kansas City, I don't really care if he doesn't become a Bill. Like, just don't go to Kansas City because that would be ridiculous. Mahomes will make him, a top 2 receiver again.
Yeah.
So, seeing him go to Tennessee, he obviously visited there a couple weeks ago, and I thought it actually went really well. Seeing what everybody was saying online, it seemed like he really liked it there, and they welcomed him with open arms. I was a little surprised that New England didn't have more of an offer for him because they have been looking for a wide receiver for a while. To help Mac. I really feel like they haven't helped Mac as much as they should at all. So I mean, they had a defensive coordinator as their offensive coordinator last year, and that's just not what a young quarterback needs. So, I like to see him go to the Titans. Ryan Tannehill, as Keith said, like he's on the fall off. Also, you have to think, take into account that he lost AJ Brown. You saw how much he, benefited Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts without him was somebody else than he is with him. So, Ryan Tannehill getting that, top 5 receiver back could really benefit him. And I think that having that along with Derrick Henry, I mean, that's kind of what we saw with him in Tennessee before AJ was traded. So I'm excited to see what they can do, and they might become a top 5 seed again.
Yeah, I mean, they could push.
Go ahead, John.
They could push for that division just because
that's where I would think.
Just it's so wide open, and if you get like, you're not expecting, and he was never a huge separation guy. He was never a speedster. So I feel like even if you lose a step in that regard, you're not losing a key element to his game. And like, it's not going to be, he still has some of the best hands on the planet. And he's going to be a guy like just something of a safety blanket for Tannehill. He can throw one up back shoulder. And Hopkins will have a pretty good chance of going to get it. Like, I think it's just, if you see man coverage, you can probably throw it up to D-Hop and see what happens if you're getting pressured. Like there's that kind of just, break glass in case of emergency type of guy where you feel comfortable with him winning jump balls and positioning his body in a way that'll be advantageous. He's just vet savvy, and it's something they really don't have any of with any other pass catchers. So.
Yeah, that wide receiver room was bare. It's quite a bit better today, and I think for me, like the highest I can see with this team is I think the South is back in play now. Like people are kind of forget that the Jaguars, yes, they won a playoff game last year and everybody was all over them. They barely beat Tennessee in the division when Tennessee lost half their team and lost 7 in a row and was on the verge of running away from it with it. They had to beat Josh Dobbs in week 17 to make it.
Yeah.
So like now I'm worried because they get Calvin Ridley in, like that offense should be terrifying, but it wasn't all there last year. Now the playoffs give you a lot of like if I'm a Jaguars fan, a lot of hope. But for me, it puts Tennessee back in play for the AFC South. And after that, I do agree with you guys. Like the Mahomes, the Burrows, the Josh Allens, like probably not beating them. But I'll take playoffs every day of the week.
Yeah, and it's a team that under Vrabel has been better than the sum of its parts.
Yes.
It's better on grass than it is on paper almost every season. So I don't know, man. It's got to be a little exciting for you anyway. Like it's,
I'm pumped, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
After the draft, Gasco, no receivers, Will Levis, banana peels, and mayo and coffee all off season. Did you see the ESPN graphic of the touchdown catches by the Tennessee Titans organization? Anybody see this?
Vrabel.
Yep, Vrabel was number one until they signed DeAndre Hopkins. Vrabel had 12, and after that, it was Westbrook Akina was like 3, Chris Moore was 4. It was awful. Burks was 1.
Vrabel 12 touchdowns on 12 career receptions.
Yeah, that was sickening. So gives me hope. At least I got some good news here heading into training camp. I'm excited. We'll see. Who knows how it'll play out, but at least they're trying. And it's a 2-year deal. If it fails, they got $1 billion. They got some of the most cap next year of any team anyway. So be it.
Yeah, we'll take it. Well, James,
the one team.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to do one last thing. Something Nick touched on. The one team I was very surprised didn't get involved was the Chiefs. Because all it would have taken from them was a Chris Jones restructure, and they'd have had the money to pull it off. That one surprised me.
Yeah, because it seemed like losing Tyreek, that void was kind of now Miami's to fill, and they did. And then the Chiefs could potentially get a new wide receiver 1, because right now, I mean, their wide receiver 1 is Travis Kelce. He's a tight end. He's their wide receiver 1. There's really no debating that. But if you're going to have somebody like Tyreek Hill who you did not pay and you're going to let go to Miami in a huge trade, then, you could still have that ability to sign a DeAndre Hopkins. They don't have a wide receiver 1 like the Bills have a Diggs. They paid him. We don't really have the room. As, we saw those reports where it said, like, if he wants to come ring chase, well, you can come, but we can't really pay you anything. And he is not down for that. He'd rather go with the money because at this point in his career – I mean, I kind of disagree with it. I think at this point in his career, he should be kind of ring chasing, trying to get on a Super Bowl contender. Don't know if the Titans are that right now, but if he wants his money, you really can't argue with that.
Yeah, the money.
He's never even sniffed it. I mean, he's never gotten past the divisional round.
Right.
Was he with the Texans when they blew the 28-7 lead to Mahomes? Was that him and Watson, or was he gone by then?
No, he was on that team. We lost to them in the wild card, and then they played them in the divisional, and they were up points, and then they lost.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, seeing him in an Oilers uniform is going to make some Texans fans sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys having me on. Obviously, I'm going to bleed blue until the day I die. So, Keebler, I wish you the best of luck with the Saquon Barkley situation.
It's a perfect segue for us on your way out.
Best of luck in your season.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Like, we're probably going to need it. So appreciate you guys.
Talk to you later, James.
Have fun, boys.
All right. Like he mentioned, we've got a bit of a Saquon situation.
Yep.
But it's not just Saquon. It's kind of the whole running back market. The tag for running backs is getting lower. It's lower than it was a few years back. Again, that tag number is an aggregate of the top 5 running back contracts or contracts at that position. And obviously that average has gone down. And something that's also taken place is the fines for holding out have increased.
Yep.
So it's really tough. Like it feels a little bit like, was it 2 seasons ago when there was that campaign for tight ends to get more money? When it might have even been just last off season, but it feels similar to that. And it's something that's been building up, I feel like, for a few years here. Zach, you're closest to it, at least of the 3 of us.
Yeah.
What have you heard, read, seen coming out of the Saquon situation in particular? And then we'll talk a little bit about some other backs.
So I saw that since he's holding out, he's not going to get like fined for missing like training camps, things like that. He can hold out until basically the beginning of the season. So I think the Giants don't want that to happen. I think that they want to come to like a mutual agreement. I've seen reports of them offering Saquon like $13 million a year. But he doesn't want that, even though like he wants more like 15, 16, and we offered him 13. He's more in the ballpark of wanting like a long-term deal. But from like Saquon's perspective, I totally get it. He's been our entire offense since he got drafted. So I don't understand. I don't understand it as much from Josh Jacobs' perspective because I'm not as like keen on the Raiders as I am with the Giants. But just from his perspective, if you're running the ball over 50% of plays, getting hit on every single play, like deteriorating, I understand that he's going to want his money. If I was the Giants front office, I would give it to him. I'd give him up to $15 million a year for 4 years. Just because what he's done for the Giants, I think he's earned $41 million already since coming into the league. But yeah, no, I'm siding more with Saquon on it than the Giants front office for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of with the players too. Like it's not fair, which is a pretty simple way to say it, but like it's the one position, and it's not necessarily not a valuable position. I mean, there's obviously the committee tier of guys, but Saquon's in that echelon of like, top 5 back when he's healthy.
Top 1,
so,
yeah.
I mean, yes, he plays that position, but he's such a good pass catcher for you guys. They still haven't gotten him much help with just like additional playmakers around that offense. So they're still kind of approaching this season walking a pretty fine line because, you're going to need Saquon, and you're going to need Saquon bought in for that offense to function the way it did last year. But with Saquon and Jacobs, I do see a few parallels just because they're a little hot and cold for different reasons. Jacobs really kind of lived up to his draft pedigree and his prospect pedigree finally last season, where he really broke out. But then last season, he was pretty arguably the best back in football. So, I could see some trepidation from the Raiders front office where it's like, hey, we just want to see this again before we give you the big extension. I could see that being part of their mindset. With Saquon, I could see, the injury concerns and the inconsistencies being a part of their trepidation. But at the same time, one, where else is that money going right away? Two, I'm sure you could pull something that's pretty incentive laden and come to an agreement there and just level with them. Because it's really been 2 full seasons that we've seen of Saquon, and when we have seen that, he's been incredible. But I don't know. I guess I see that part from the front office, but it's more universal than that too. It's not just these 2 guys. It's a lot of running backs getting this treatment, and it's a way the league's kind of trending. So
Tony Pollard too, right?
Tony Pollard, yeah. I don't know, like. These are really, really talented football players that, they should be kept around, and sort of the positional stigma, if you want to call it that, is just getting a little weird, in my opinion. As far as an investment, in certain positions, obviously, edge rushers, quarterbacks, cornerbacks are going to be higher in the pecking order in that department, but when you have like these generational type players, regardless of position, just bring them back. Like that's how I feel. I mean, I wouldn't say TJ Hawkinson's generational, but he's a borderline top 5 tight end in this league. And I've had back and forth with some Vikings fans where it's like, oh, I don't even know if we should extend Hawkinson because we got to extend Darisaw and Jefferson. It's like, oh shit, are we going to have more good players? That'll suck. Like, just keep them in the building. You can figure whatever else out later. You get a guy like Saquon, just bring him back. And if he gets hurt, you whiffed, and that's. But you're like the risk reward of like not extending him, or I guess extending him, is pretty even money to me. And I feel like it'd be an easy thing to regret not doing. I mean, I'm in the camp of just pay him market value on a second contract, and get cold feet on a third contract if it's a running back. You know what I mean? He's got plenty of years left, in my opinion. Nick, what are your thoughts on Saquon in particular, and just the general running back discourse these days?
Yeah, I mean, he was drafted a second overall. That's the highest a running back had been drafted in a while. I know Fournette was drafted high as well, but as you said, John, like, you got to pay him. You got to at least take a chance on him.
Well, just guys that are that good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Yeah, the talent's incredible.
The talent's there. Fans love him, right? Keith, you love Saquon, favorite player, right? Like one of your favorite players. Like,
he's got some merch.
He's good, but
yeah, he's my favorite player of all time.
Literally, like one of your favorite players of all time for the Giants. The fans love the guy. He embraces New York. Obviously, did not like crack under the pressure of New York. Obviously, like, give him a chance, please. Like, we want to see this guy flourish in the Big Apple. We don't want to see him go to a team like, I don't know, like Washington, and like, hey, Saquon's doing really good in Washington. Like, nobody cares. Like, we want to see him do well in New York, and that's where he was drafted. He hasn't done bad at all. And I saw a tweet the other day that said, like, has the whole, I don't know what the exact word is, but like the Frank Gore type running backs, Adrian Peterson, where they go into their like 30s, like late 30s, 40s almost, has that age of running backs died? And I saw a comment that said it already did. And it's just sad to see. It really has. After Frank Gore retired and AP's now done too, who's a running back that you can think of that's like late in their career that was incredible back in his 20s and is still doing it? I really can't think of anybody anymore. And I think that, those bulldozer backs that have just done it for a long time, that age of running backs is kind of over. And now teams kind of get guys for 3 to 4 years, move on, draft another guy, get another guy somewhere else. It's just too bad. And, the running back market is really just it's tough. It's a tough situation for running backs for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, again, I get the positional value thing, but when he's a guy who's top 5 at his position when healthy, you don't just find guys like that. Yeah, you can find rookie scale running backs who are productive. Tyler Algiers will be in the draft, but they're not Saquons. So I would say keep him in New York. You don't want to see him in Philly. You don't want to see him, somewhere else on his second deal when he's still got plenty of gas left in the tank.
Yeah.
So that'll kind of wrap up.
I would hate to see him go to Kansas City and then just tear up everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the AJ Brown thing. I know he's not a running back, but like they trade him, and then he played the Titans, and his first game against them, he destroyed them and was like, "Hey, traded this? You traded me? Really? Like, who do you have now? Because I'm not there. Like, really?" And now, we just talked about the Titans, but like, where was Philly? Philly was in the Super Bowl, a couple plays away from winning it, and AJ Brown was one of the biggest contributors on that team. I just don't get when teams don't give these young players chances and then trade them away or let them sign somewhere else because you couldn't pay them the money for whatever reason, and then all of a sudden you got a problem on your hands. So it's annoying.
Yeah, the grass isn't always greener. Not every team can turn Stephon Diggs directly into Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the offseason. Doesn't always happen like that. Speaking of drafts, which is what we've got on the docket for today, we're going to do something that I think will be pretty fun. We're going to do one of these for each conference, and then we'll have 6 teams at that point that we can kind of review, see, who drafted the best roster and best team. And I think that'll be a pretty fun exercise. So next week we'll look at NFC, but today we're doing an AFC draft. And I'll pull up our draft board here just so you, the viewers, can see how we'll be doing this here. And we'll
Is it cool if while you explain, I go grab a water bottle real quick?
Yeah, go for it. And we'll do just straight through. We won't snake draft it or anything, just because I'll get confused. But we've got a 32 round draft, so we'll fire through a few of these, I'm sure. But we're basically going to be drafting starters on offense and defense. We'll have 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 7 total offensive linemen. That includes a starting 5. We'll have 3 interior defensive linemen, 3 edge rushers, 3 linebackers, and 6 total DBs. You can do that however you want with your extra 2, just as long as you've got a couple corners and a couple safeties. We can get kind of creative with how we fill out the DB room. And then we'll draft 1 specialist to be kind of our return guy. I'm not going to do kickers and punters just because that could get a little bit boring for some. But I did want to incorporate that a little bit just so we're talking teams. And as we kind of move through this, you can kind of start to, the 3 of us can kind of start to plan how these teams might actually function. So when we're drafting, we're not necessarily drafting for the best, the collection of talent. We want these players to complement each other. We want this team to actually work if it were to happen. So keep that in mind as you guys are watching and listening. It's not always going to be BPA. We're going to have a little bit of a plan around how these teams would actually work. So with all that, we might as well jump right into it. Nick, I promised you pick 1 for holding it down the last 2 weeks, and Zach, you are up second, so I'll draft third, and we'll just go straight through, no serpentine. So I've got 3, 6, 9, so on and so forth. But Nick, you are on the clock with the first overall pick.
Wait, so question. Sorry, I was gone for a second.
Oh, go for it. Yep.
We don't have to go QB1, QB2. It could just be any order. I can go QB and then right guard if I want. Oh
yeah. Yep.
Yes. Key. That's why I'm gonna be drafting left guard 1 with my first. No, I'm kidding. I'm getting Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh no! What? That's crazy.
Reach.
What a terrible pick.
Well, they might regret that one when we come back to review these. Zach, who are you thinking?
Tight end number 1, Travis Kelce.
Ooh,
Pretty good.
Okay.
I don't want Nick to pair him up, so gotta separate him quick.
Don't give Nick that.
Pat and Travis right now are like, no.
Not give him
What?
Mahomes Kelce stack. All right, I'm gonna see if I can piss off Nick and Trevor quick.
Wow.
Okay.
That's happening.
There we go. Wow, that's big.
It is big.
Okay. With my second overall pick, I'm going to be drafting to pair with Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
Back again. I love it.
Oh. Tyreek Hill, that's a pretty good one.
Welcome back, he says.
All right, go ahead, Zach. I probably should have taken Burrow, and I probably still could have pissed you guys off, but or at least I would. This way I can kind of target Trevor in the chat too with my Herbert agenda.
Very important to do that.
Very important. And I've also got Kellen Moore on staff. No, I'm just kidding.
Zach, you go with pick number 2.
Zach,
so for my number 2 pick, I'm going to take my running back early here, and I'm going to go with Nick Chubb.
Wow.
That is the correct running back to take.
It is. Wow. That's a good pick.
And that's what they never really blinked with that Chubb extension. You never heard any kerfuffle about that. Market value, just keep him on. He's really good. Only player in history to average over 5 yards a carry in each of his first 5 NFL seasons.
Yep.
So he is pretty good at football. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Myles Garrett here.
Why'd you put him at 21?
Oh, it's
Oh.
yeah, sorry.
It's okay. All right, you're on defense. All right, cool. Now what I could do with this pick is I could take Burrow just so Zach can't get Burrow. But that would be kind of insane to do just because then he would still get like Josh. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, the funny thing is I'm still getting one of those two guys for my QB2, so we can just ride the hot hand.
That's true. I need to get I need a running back. I'm gonna go with the best cornerback in the NFL, Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
I like that pick a lot.
Sauce Gardner led the league in passes defensed.
Yeah. I don't know if you watched a little bit, John, last week, but for some unknown reason, odd reason, we talked about the Jets for like 90% of the And I didn't even, we didn't know we were going to do that. And all of a sudden we're talking Jets. I was like, what do we do? But yeah, that's how it works.
So
yeah, Quinn re-signed too. Jets are good. I'll go ahead, Zach.
So my pick, I'm going to take TJ Watt.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
He still doesn't have a quarterback. He knows that he has Burrow.
I know. Now he
He
can.
knows have a quarterback, so he doesn't have to pick one.
Yeah, I don't even know who I could take to screw him because he's got two good guys.
Burrow and Josh Allen are sitting on the bench like, what's going on?
Yeah. They're just sitting there like Brady Quinn,
they're sitting there
waiting
like
to get
Brady
drafted.
Quinn or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Wasn't Aaron Rodgers either going to go top 5 or and then he fell out of way back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, him and Alex Smith was a serious discussion for a while there. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase.
Okay.
I think that's the right pick there.
I feel like just generally in the NFL, what kind of raises your floor is the trenches. But what ultimately raises your ceiling is your quarterback and your pass catchers. So I'm gonna keep that strong. I almost went defense again. But we'll go Jamar Chase there. I like that combination with him and Herbert.
Yeah. All right. For my next pick, I have a star quarterback. I have a star wide receiver. I have the best cornerback in the league. For this pick, I need the best running back other than Chubb in the league, and that is Derrick Henry.
Okay, Derrick Henry. Bada bing, bada boom.
So now I'll finally go to my quarterback. Just based on upside, this is where I'm going with it. You guys are going to clown me for this. Aaron Rodgers.
I like the upside.
Rodgers.
Hey, we're just doing. It's just one. This is for one tournament.
Wow.
For these teams.
Yeah.
We don't have to build for the future. We'll do an under 25 version of these. Maybe closer to the season. That's more future based. But this is a right now. How would this go? That's not bad. We couldn't have screwed you if we tried with the quarterbacks.
Yeah, no, there was too many good ones to choose from. So,
yeah, that's a good call. Now, before I do anything else, I'm gonna get the best pass rush.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
In the draft here. I'm gonna go with Max Crosby. with my fourth pick, leads the league in cumulative pressures over the last 2 seasons, 21 and 22. And with him and Myles Garrett, I think we're wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
Nick taking Mahomes over Allen. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Do your buddies know you love Mahomes more, Nick?
I told him before the show he was going to pick Mahomes over Allen, so.
That's
No, he said that to me, and I was like, "You don't know I'm going to do that." Nah.
All right, Nick, you're back on the clock.
I don't love him. I just know he's better. I loved that when Mahomes did like the "That's Who" with his 2 rings. Like that's so good, so good. He's so subtly savage. He's the most subtly savage quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Quentin Nelson. I need to protect Pat. So I believe that should be the best.
Wait, isn't it Quentin? Quentin?
Yeah,
Quentin?
Quentin. I think it's Quenton.
Thought so too. Okay.
I think there's 2 E's.
Quentin?
Yeah.
Or Quentin? Well, they know who we're talking about. Team Zach is board.
Quentin, E-O. Yeah, you were right. You're right.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
Okay, so with this pick, I'm going to go Pat Surtain to help boost my defense a little bit.
Yeah, I like that
Son
one.
of a bitch. Good pick. Oh.
I'm liking that. That's the number 2 guy, if not number 1 guy at this point. Such young.
He's certainly the number 2 guy. You know who might still be the number 1 guy, though?
Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, you're right.
You just wrote Jalen Dolphin.
Dolphins-y. That's
great.
exactly where I was going with my next one, too. So that was a good snag.
Jalen Dolphinsy. Does he know Arson Judge by any chance?
Jalen Dolphinsy, as he's now known.
He's gonna be known as that now.
Kev's got us. We should have asked him right away.
Thanks, Kev. Okay, so we got all right. Cool. I had 3 edges on my board, and they're all gone. So that's TJ, that's Miles and Max. So for my first D-line pick, I'm going to go with the Jets. I'm going to go with another Jet because we need some chemistry. So we have the former teammates in Mahomes and Hill, and now we got teammates in the back with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. Let's go with Quinnen Williams for this pick.
I like that one.
Who just got paid, I believe.
Just got paid. He was loosely in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation for some of last year. Just a game wrecker up front. That's a good defensive duo there so far. Team Zach is on the board.
Trying to think of a wide receiver to take here. I'm like going down the team, seeing who I can pick. Just to mess with Nick a little bit, I think I'm going to go Stephon Diggs at my wide receiver 1.
At least you said his name right. That was respectable.
Gotta mess with Nick. Stefan, not Stefan?
Yes. That's correct.
Nice. Okay, that's a pretty good call there. Let me consult my board really quick.
Yeah, literally, bro. That's what I'm doing. I like my picks, though.
Laramie Tunsil,
Okay.
left tackle, Houston Texans. Arguably the best left tackle in football when he's on. Well, arguably the best left tackle in the AFC. I'll still give that to Trent Lane Johnson over in the NFC. Nick, you're back on the clock here.
All right. All right, let's go. I got a nice left guard. I got a nice D-line. I kind of need an edge guy, don't I? I need an edge guy, but I also need Mark Andrews more. So we're going to go Mark Andrews right here.
Mac.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, this is a good arsenal for Mahomes there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't think anyone has him yet. I'm going to go Chris Jones.
Yeah. Trevor.
Dude, I almost took him instead of Max Crosby, and then I forgot about him.
Yep.
Almost took him at like my third pick. Just fucking. That is a good call. And I'm back. I think I can wait just a second on him. Yeah. We're going to hit you with this. Devontae Adams to go with Jamar Chase.
I like it.
Solid.
I like it.
Kev gets it.
That's it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be so crazy if I did that. Let's go with a man who was in the AFC, went to the NFC, and yesterday came back to the AFC. DeAndre Hopkins is on my team. Yes, sir. DeAndre with Pat and Henry.
Hopkins.
Nailed it. Great.
Man, these teams are all going to look so sick.
I know. Those
Already getting a little tough to like differentiate.
No one loses.
Zach, you were back.
To mess with Nick again, quarterback Josh Allen.
Nice.
Right. You're not messing with me. You got their best friends, Rodgers and Josh. They're like close friends. That's good. Josh and Pat hate each other. Okay. Oh yeah, I need a quarterback too that's like friends with Mahomes. Oh, I got one.
Chad Henne.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm gonna wait. I'll draft him later. I don't think he's gonna be going off the board anytime soon.
Yeah, you're probably right.
All right, I need an edge guy, so I'm gonna go with Roquan.
Oh, I think it's me. Is it not?
It's you. I'll go.
Or did I? Oh no, yeah. Zach just went, right? Zach.
Yeah,
Josh
I
Allen?
just went. I took Josh Allen.
All right, tight. All right, we're gonna be so sick up front, dude. Reed Humphrey at center. Lock it in.
All right. So then give me Roquan there.
Roquan.
Yeah.
Roquan and Nick has a star at every level of his defense.
I'm going to go with Mr. Bless You, Thank You, Quinnen Williams from the Jets.
I already have him, bro.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh,
Yep.
I thought you only had Quentin Nelson. Damn it. That's solid.
Couple cues.
Sorry, language.
Oh, wait, no.
No, you're good.
I don't think anyone has this guy.
Are we PG? I don't.
Zach's got a pivot. It's
All right, I'm gonna go Cameron Hayward.
It's PG 13, so I think we get one F word and or one nude scene.
Got you.
I picked the first one. So, okay, cool.
All right, I'm up.
Yeah, sorry about that slip up. Won't happen again.
Really funny.
You're good. I'm pissed. Oh, DJ Reader, let's go.
Nice.
Zach, I gotta get you on Twitter so I can send you the one play reason why I'm taking DJ Reader over any of the other guys on the interior.
I got you.
Actually, you know what? I'll just show you guys here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just while we're on the topic of DJ Reader, are you seeing my Twitter right now, or is it not?
No.
Oh, I gotta switch it on there. Okay, hang on. It'll be worth it. Don't worry. How do I? All right. This play is sick enough that I sent it to all my buddies.
Let's see it.
DJ Reader right there.
I think this is the best quality we've ever had on a video. Oh my god, he came from all the way. Oh look, Najee thought that was a good play by him.
Dude, watch him just eat. They try to wash him out. Watch how flexible he gets right here. What the hell was that?
That's crazy.
That was crazy.
He's on your team now.
And now I got him under contract.
That's pretty good.
All right. I don't have any other highlights for any of my other picks, but I had to pull that one out. All right.
That was good.
Draft board's back up.
All right, cool. So for my next pick, we're gonna go with. Oh man, we're gonna go with defensive, two-time Super Bowl champion and defensive anchor veteran Von Miller, edge.
Nice. We'll get some Bills in there.
My first one. I got some more on it last night too.
I had to let him get one bill. It's okay.
You want all of them? You don't know who I got coming up. You don't know who I got. I haven't taken the Giants. I'm going to take Giants.
Well, you can't pick any Giants right now because it's AFC. But
oh yeah.
I'm so dumb. No, I'm taking Giants next week.
Leaking draft strategies.
I think on this pick, I'm going to go Jeffrey Simmons from the Titans.
Good pick.
And just to fill out my D line.
You guys will be crazy up front. And you can, obviously it's just 6 guys up front. So once we kind of have it filled out, you can think about how you'd line those guys up and so on. I'm up here. We got Jeffrey Simmons off the board. So I'm a little torn here, but in the interest of time, I'm going to take somebody I'm huge on, and that's Christian Wilkins from the Miami Dolphins. Dude, Wilkins, Williams, Jeffrey Simmons, Dexter Lawrence, Ed Oliver, all in that same draft, 2019. And how wild is that? Oh,
wild.
We got some buddies in here. Nick, you're back on the board, or back on the clock.
Bear down.
Bear down. Dubbers.
This is Case Keenum. He's not with the Bills. We get a backup quarterback for each year, and then they leave. We had Trubisky left. We had Keenum gone. Now we have the other Allen. What's his name? The other Allen.
Kyle Allen.
And then we
gave up on Nathan Peterman right away too.
Yeah, we did. We threw like 5 picks at his first game. That's great. I love that game. And then we also have Matt Barkley, but he's been with the team since like 20. Oh, Kyle Allen, yeah, what a stud.
Michael has an affinity for any not good quarterback.
Yeah.
Michael loves him. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What I think is awesome about what the Bills front office does is that each year he just gets a backup to be friends with Josh. That's all. That's literally why he's there. He's just friends with him. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, dude.
That's it. Josh is I love him. He every day he comes in and does what he needs. Josh, you're just friends with him, bro. He's never going to see the field. You know that.
Josh, he's just
he literally will injure his arm as case in point he did, and he didn't even miss a game. He doesn't want them to play. For my next pick, I'm going to take DeForest Buckner.
Nice.
Cold legend.
Defo.
Sorry.
Don't miss DeForest for the trees. That's a good one. Zach, you're back on the clock.
For offensive tackle, I'm going to take Rashawn Slater.
Man, I should have hit that Slater-Herbert stack when I had a chance. That's a good pick. coming back off that injury, but he was phenomenal as a rookie. So here, I'm going to go Joel Batonio at left guard. And this O-line is going to be effing nasty.
I like that pick a lot.
All right. I know. I had 5 guys for my O-line, and 4 have been picked. 1 by me. I'm going to take the last one, Joe Tooney.
Joe Tooney.
A winning draft would have fit. Yeah, see, all right, well, then I won. Did he actually say that?
Yeah, that is a Ballard quote. He was like, if we just had 53 DeForest Buckners, like, that would be awesome.
Perfect. Imagine him in, like, high school. Imagine how good he was.
Right?
Sin.
Just to get another running back off the board, I'm just going to go with Josh Jacobs.
Oh, wow.
You like how I was on the running back side for that whole discussion, and now I'm just not drafting him.
Yeah. I only have 1. Oh, I have 1. I have 1.
So
Also,
I
this
need.
isn't- Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say this isn't football related, but the Braves and Diamondbacks are tied at 13 right now.
Jeez.
What
The
inning?
Mets are beating the White Sox 11-9. So it's a lot of scoring happening tonight in baseball.
Jesus. In the same year as that, what was it, 29 from, was it the Angels?
Oh, yeah. They won like 29. Yeah, and they still lost the series.
Yeah.
They lost 2 out of 3, but they won 29 something. It's crazy.
All right. I need somebody to combat your Mark Andrews, your Travis Kelce's. So I'm going to take potentially the best Bill left on the board, and Matt Milano.
Nick's face when you made that pick.
Okay. Fine. Then I'm going to take – wait, no, because that's just a bad pick. Take Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor, yeah.
JT off the board.
He's gonna be back up this year. Mark my words, he's back up this year.
Kev, I'd be down to do a baseball show. That'd be dope.
Yeah, we should have a baseball show for sure.
Hell yeah, we'll get there. JT. Oh man. All right, you're up, Zach.
For edge, I'm gonna go with Trey Hendrickson.
Nice. Mr. No Gloves himself.
That's a great pick.
Oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna jump back over to cornerback. I've got Jalen Ramsey, one of the better zone corners in the league. I'm gonna pair him with L'Jarius Sneed, who I can man up with just about anybody. He had a great year playing man coverage in KC. Super underrated secondary as a whole over there. But I think that's a pretty nice duo on the back end. Go ahead, Nick.
Okay, that's a good pick. For my next one, I'm gonna go with not recently, but re-signed over the offseason, which we didn't expect. 2-1, Jordan Poyer, safety.
Nice. Yeah, it was like everybody was saying he was gone.
I thought he was going to Miami, so I was very happy to see him come back.
I'm gonna take this guy and throw him at right tackle. Christian Darrisaw. That's who you.
NFC.
NFC. Oh, that's duh. Wow. Okay. Mental slip right there.
I had to.
I wrote when I was doing my board, I definitely wrote down like 3 NFC names, and then I was like, oh well.
It's hard because you're just thinking of like the best players, and then you're like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
wait, that guy's like not in the AFC.
Exactly.
Like I was thinking Fred Warner, and I was like, wait, no, that's not.
I know, right?
Let me just check something to make sure.
he was
Okay.
down with Darisaw.
Never mind. This guy's
As much
already
as I endorse the Darisaw pick,
Yeah.
you know, ball.
Yeah.
You got.
I just want to see something to see if he's still in the AFC.
What are you doing, like immaculate grid? You're like looking up guys. to see if they're-
No. At safety, I'm gonna go Justin Simmons.
Oh wow, yeah. Does that mean you have Jeffrey Simmons and Justin Simmons?
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. Somebody'll need 2 letters of their first name on the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
I guess safeties are coming off the board. I guess I'll just take the best one there is, and Derwin James.
Yeah. Fair enough. You're gonna go with Derwin James.
You're running out of bills, Nick. Can't blame you.
I'm not gonna run out of bills, by the way, because I could easily pair him with Hyde if I wanted to.
He'll pick like the 5th string Bill if he has to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'll go Kyrie Elam.
Christian Benford.
I'll go Christian Benford. I don't care. I'll go Kincaid. I need a tight end too. No,
Yeah, come on. He's
I
got a
love
deep bag.
let's go with Denzel Ward.
Solid pick.
Just to round out my safeties, I'm gonna go Minka Fitzpatrick.
Nice. Very nice. Okay.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Another one that the Dolphins let slip away.
Seriously.
But now they have Holland, so that's good. That's good.
I'm wavering a little bit now. Oh man, I love both of these guys. All right, I just want to talk about him a little bit. I'm gonna go Trey Smith at right guard. Hopefully Trevor's still in the chat. I'm giving his team a lot of love over here. Trey Smith, one of the lesser known guards in football, I feel like, just because you get a lot of Creed Humphrey hype, you get a lot of Joe Tooney hype, but he's the other guy in that interior. Just a couple of catcher's mitts at the end of his arms. Super, super powerful right guard. And I think I'm filling out a pretty good offensive line here.
Yep. Okay. I think my Wi-Fi went out for a little bit. I'm good though, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
So if we're thinking about like this is a team and not just like picking, best player available, like this is an actual team that I have, I would love to pair Hill, Hopkins, Jalen Waddle, because I think that speed combo with Mahomes, who did already with Hill, I think that would really pop. So I love Waddle here, my WR3.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was probably going to take him pretty soon.
I think he's going to keep on getting better too. I'm presuming he's getting better and better. So
definitely.
To finish out my edge, I'm gonna go with Jaylon Phillips.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think he's going to really break out this year. He was coming on the back half of last year for sure. All right, so this is interesting. We've got Nick investing heavily early on in the weapons around Patrick Mahomes. We've got Zach investing up front on the defensive side, and I'm kind of going after the offensive trenches here. This is an interesting the way this is playing out here. So there's so many people, there's so many guys I feel like I could get later, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I want a weak side apex defender that can cover tight ends, slot receivers, play the run. I'm going to go Kyle Hamilton as my other safety opposite Derwin James.
Wow.
Prioritizing that slot position a little bit. So I might get another safety too. He's basically going to play nickel corner for me, ideally.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Wait. So we have corner, safety, DB.
Yeah, the other two DBs can be whatever.
Okay. All right. Cool. I need another linebacker, I think, here. I love the Waddle pick.
The off-ball linebackers are so thin in the AFC. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they really are. What do we count Shaq or
Yeah.
what do we count Shaq Leonard as? Shaq Leonard?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Not a bad pick at all. Hopefully he returns to form here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
Wait, so can I take another safety?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you can do 4 safeties, 4 corners, whatever.
I'm going to go Kevin Byard from the Titans.
Nice. Underappreciated, in my opinion.
Underappreciated. If anybody knows that reference.
I wish just for the fun of it I could take Kayvon Thibodeau in this draft, but unfortunately he's in the NFC. So.
Okay.
Next week.
Holy crap. There's such a drop off with after those 2 tight ends too. This is funny.
Oh yeah.
God. Hopefully Trevor's not missing this, dude. I'll have to show him later. I'm gonna go Nick Bolton.
Nice.
Alongside Matt Milano.
I'm not going to say who it is because I can't take him, but there's one guy in particular on defense that I'm very surprised has not gone yet. That's all I'm going to say.
Why can't you take him?
Because you're up.
What?
Oh, I was saying if I'm not going to get him, then Zach could probably get him. Be surprised that somebody hasn't gone on defense.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Is it Joey Bosa?
That's exactly who it was. Yeah.
Joey Bosa. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even want Joey Bosa. I'm kidding. I don't want him. I want Micah Hyde. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Since you know what? Since Zach thought of him, I'm not gonna take him away from the list.
Just
Well, I didn't say who it was. You just happened to say it.
I know you thought of him, so you can have him if you want. I'm not gonna.
No, I have all my edge guys. Yeah.
Well, in that case.
Who do I want next?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, he's all edged up.
He's already edged up.
Could you scroll up just a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Can you mark him at wide receiver 3? And I'm gonna take T. Higgins.
Interessante. Oh, Hoggins.
What about your wide receiver?
I think he's very underappreciated. I think he's very underappreciated as a whatchamacallit, wide receiver 2, but I think he could be a wide receiver 1 on most teams in the league. So
yeah, but
that's just a
like
value.
somebody else on the board better.
But okay.
Interesting. Okay. Hey, let's see here.
Johnny's on the clock.
I'm on the clock, dude. This is nuts. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Dameon Pierce.
Okay, that's good.
High upside. I like that a lot.
High upside. We don't have to pay him for a few years, so I'm liking that. Just kidding. We're not going to pay him even then.
All right. I have a great pick in mind. I really do. I'm going to go with Joey Bosa.
Good idea,
I'll
Nick.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I wonder where you got that one from.
I thought that one up. Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, sorry.
No, but I have a great pick for next. I just wanted to get Bosa there.
Good call.
For my center, right? I don't think he's taken. I'm gonna go Corey Linsley from the Chargers.
Damn it.
Ooh, not the Chargers O-line stack. Nice. Nice. I'm going to go.
That's a great pick.
It's a great pick. I'm going to go with Tyson Campbell. Oh, I just lied. I'll go Matt Judon.
That was the other edge guy I was thinking about.
That's what I thought you were thinking of at first. And then in my head, I was like, all right, nice, I'm taking him next. And then I forgot about him. So I remembered, though, just in the nick of time. Gave away that Tyson Campbell's still on the board, but we'll see what happens.
All right, it's center o'clock for me and Zach, so I'm going to go with Tyler Linderbaum, the Baltimore Ravens center.
Center o'clock. Nick's liking that interior offensive line so far.
I was gonna steal him just to poke fun at you, but I'll let you have him for next pick. I think the Tyson Campbell pick. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick him. But where can I go with this? I'm just trying to think. If you could go up a little bit, that'd be
It's a great point. I love this part of the draft because this is like where the real skills of our minds come out. You could anybody can think up a Mahomes or a Kelsey or a Hill, but then
all these picks fell right into our laps.
Oh, yeah, but now we're thinking for sure.
Now it's nitty gritty.
Fully healthy. I've been picking a lot of Chargers, but I'm gonna go Keenan
You
Allen.
have a lot of Chargers. I have a lot of Colts.
And I have a lot of Chiefs. It seems like.
Oh well, that's
I got a lot of champs.
You have a lot
Fully healthy. Keenan Allen has a lot of upside, so I think I'll settle with that.
Keenan, okay.
There's a caveat.
Yeah, but he's not. He comes to Zach's team. He's like, Abrica, you're healthy now. Okay.
All right. Just kidding. Just Keenan Allen. He might not be healthy. That is solid. I'm gonna go Amari Cooper here. Amari Cooper. I think he can do anything. I think I'll have Devontae Adams in the slot for the most part.
I'm gonna go with. I need to beef up this this O-line. I got 2 more O-line that get left, and so with that being said, let's go Colton Miller. He was drafted pretty high for a left tackle, but I'm gonna get Colton Miller from the Raiders with a K. There we go.
I hold this next pick close to my heart. I'm gonna go Giants legend Evan Ingram.
Oof.
Nice. So Zach now has the 2 tight ends who had the most receptions lined up off the line of scrimmage last year. It was Travis Kelce by a wide margin, but second was Evan Ingram. For a tight end catching passes lined up as a wide out. So some really versatile pass catchers for you. There's not really a no-brainer right tackle to fill out this unit, in my opinion, unless Unless there is, actually. I was thinking of Trent Brown.
Nice.
We can play a little bit of right. We got the right side of this line is just some maulers with Creed and Trey and Trent Brown, and some really good pass protectors on the left. I think that's a pretty good mix. Nick, you are on the clock.
Okay. Let's just round it out. On the other side, I'll go with Rashawn Slater, Charger.
I think. Oh yeah, Zach's got him.
Oh, you do have Rashawn Slater.
Yep, he snuck that one in on you.
All right.
Yep.
I see you. In that case, I'll go Orlando Brown, Cincinnati.
Nice.
Let's see, I'll have him too.
Are you gonna make him play right?
I'm kidding. I don't.
Yeah. No, I'll probably move Colton to right.
Yeah.
But we can figure out the logistics and first day of practice.
Orlando Brown, Colton Miller, Oklahoma drill for the left tackle job.
Orlando comes up to me. He's like, "You're gonna make me play right guard." I mean, right side.
You already have who I was going to take in my next pick, Nick. I was going to take Joe Thuney. Is this guy taken? I don't think he is. Is Michael? I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. Onwenu on the Patriots.
Oh, it's such a good pick, dude. He's like my favorite guy. Play all over the offensive line. You're going to have him at guard? Or
yeah, I'll keep him at guard.
Okay.
Call.
That's a good call. So DJ Reader is really going to be my nose. Yeah, I think I'm going to make another one of our colleagues happy with this one. And I'm going to go with... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Marlon Humphrey's still on the board. I'm going to go Marlon Humphrey here.
I know he is.
Oh, man.
Go on.
I looked at him a second ago, and I almost forgot about him.
I'm not gonna let Javon Holland slip away. So I'm gonna go.
Good night, Mom. Love you.
Yuck. Holland to the opposite.
Yeah.
You are up, Zach.
You're up.
I don't think this guy's been taken. Can I go Kevin Zietler from the Ravens?
Yes, sir.
Yep. That you certainly can. The dog. I think he actually plays well. That doesn't matter. He usually plays right, and I think Onwenu actually plays left, if I'm not mistaken. But you got to go. A little bit of a curveball here. The highly unsung Danico Autry as my 5 technique real pass rusher to go next to my 2-gap and DJ Reader and penetrating 3 tech in Christian Wilkins.
Yep.
I think that's a really good complementary group up there up front.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Nick.
All right. I'm just like, I need. Oh, you know what?
What?
I'm gonna take Josh Allen, Jaguars.
Oh shit, I forget. Oh, Jaguars, Josh Allen.
Yes.
Nice, dude.
Yes. He's the only player that's ever stifled my Josh Allen. Like literally, like Josh has lost games. Josh Allen in the year before last, Jags, we played him in Jacksonville. He sacked him. He strip sacked him. He picked him off, and our Josh Allen looked like he just was lost. We've lost games, but like he never looks lost. Like we'll lose. That was ridiculous. We scored like 6 points in that game.
He had to find a way to get Josh Allen somehow.
Yeah.
So if there's any way that I play Zach's team and Josh starts over Aaron, my Josh Allen will be superior. I've seen him.
Just to round out that line, can I go Wyatt Teller from the Browns?
Bill's legend.
Yeah, you could slide on Wenu to tackle just as easy. That's a good call. I almost went with him over Trey Smith, but I just wanted to talk about Trey Smith's big hands a little bit. All right, so I want Kyle Hamilton to play slot corner essentially for me. So
Make it happen.
you know what though? I know someone else who could play slot corner for me if I need to put, or if I want to put Hamilton up high, and I'm gonna go Jimmy Ward with my 6th DB slot. Like that versatility.
Jimmy Ward, the guy I was literally just looking at, but cool.
Jimmy Ward.
All right, in that case, we're gonna go ahead and get I'm gonna get Eddie Jackson. Oh no, he's a Chicago Bear. I'm gonna get Kyle Hamilton.
I got him.
You have him already?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Early.
Yeah.
Snipe.
Okay. I thought you were just saying that you didn't have him, but Ward. All right.
Now, when you have OL there, is that just extra
I
offensive
guess this is like extra.
lineman?
Yep. Yeah. Just swing tackles.
All right,
Or
we'll
swing.
go with
Linemen.
we'll go with Njoku. He's my tight end too.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Zach.
What do you think?
Trying to think about who to take here.
Yeah.
To round out my corners, let me take a look at my board real quick. He's taken.
It's really becoming tough at this point to even think about. And there's so many guys that are on the board and stuff like that that you just wouldn't think of.
Right.
Damn it, you took him already. Can I go Xavier Howard here?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Pick. I'm gonna go with JOK
Nice.
for my 3rd off-ball linebacker.
Yeah.
Super versatile defense. We got a lot of overhang defenders. We got a lot of guys we can move around, and that's my whole defense. We're all set.
But, okay, so like 6 picks ago, I was smiling because I was going to pick somebody, and then I went Bosa. But now, since you said Jock, I'm going to go with the other linebacker that I need, and that is Boysa Luke.
Nice.
I believe he led the NFL in tackles last year. That's right.
That sounds right. You did. It's a
I don't know
UN.
I don't know if that's because he was just always like in front of guys when they were about to get tackled, but like, hey, it's an impressive step nonetheless.
Yeah, we will take it.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, you remember when Blake Martinez had the most tackles?
Probably against the Giants.
Yeah. Blake Martinez?
Yeah, Blake Martinez for the Giants, 2 years
Yeah.
ago with tackles?
Yeah, I get those underwhelming white off-ball linebackers that the Packers drafted in that few year span confused sometimes. What's the other one? Jake Ryan or Jake?
Is Blake still a Giant?
Is who?
Is Blake Martinez still a Giant?
I don't think so. But
He literally retired. Oh, I'm so stupid. He's the guy that just like got rich off Pokemon. Oh my god, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So he retired, and then he started like selling and trading
Training him?
Pokemon cards. Yeah, he started like selling and trading Pokemon cards, and now he's like he's made
Jeez.
11 mil. Yeah, he's made 11 mil off Pokemon cards.
What a
Is it my
nerd.
pick?
This is your
Yeah.
If he hasn't been picked yet, I'm gonna go with another Charger. I'm gonna go Eric Kendricks.
That's a good pick.
Legend.
Yeah. Vikings legend. I used to use him in Madden as my middle linebacker in like 2016. Back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, dude. Okay. So now
Things are shaping up.
shaping up a little bit.
Yep.
To complement the downhill running of Damian Pierce, I'm going to get a third down back and a pass catcher in Austin Eckler.
Oh man,
I like that.
it's a really good pick. He was talking about him before this. Wow. Alrighty.
All right, you're up, Nick. You've got a couple backup O-line spots, a D-line spot, a DB.
D-line spot, huh? Alright. We're gonna go with. I need a D tackle here. I think. So thinking about that, I really like Christian Wilkins, who was picked. All right, let's think about somebody like a Christian Barmore. How about that? Like that. We'll go Christian Barmore.
Not bad.
Alabama.
Christian Barmore, Roll Tide.
Sir.
For another linebacker, I'm going to go CJ Mosley.
That guy just keeps on playing, doesn't he?
I feel like yeah, he's a good player.
He's still a top linebacker though. So
Oh yeah.
He's a good player.
He overlapped with Ray Lewis. I think he was a rookie in Ray Lewis's last year.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew him the most. I knew him the most when he was in Baltimore. Goes to the Jets, I think 2019, and he got hurt, tore his ACL, is out, and then it's been tough for him to come back. But now since they have such a solid defense, it should definitely be easier for him to adapt.
There's not a chance I spelled it right. I'm gonna check right now, but I'm gonna go Pat Fryermuth.
I think it's IE, like FRIER.
Too many vowels. All right, I thought so. IER. Fryermuth.
I think that's right. I'm not sure.
That looks closer. If it's not right, Pat Fry. Whoa, I was actually right the first time. This doesn't look like a word or a name, but it was EIE.
I'm surprised we all saved our extra O lineman.
I'm not.
Yeah, that was good overarching strategy.
All right. I'm gonna go. Wait. Slide up a little bit. Let me just see the quarterbacks. Who's everybody got at quarterback? Herbert, Mahomes, Rodgers, Allen. Let's go Joe Burrow.
Don't even consider it. Damn it.
Nick, if you want, I'll trade Josh Allen for Joe Burrow.
I'm good.
I'm just gonna pick somebody funny with my QB2 now, I think.
To fill out my linebackers, I'm gonna go with Patrick Queen from the Ravens.
Ooh, damn! It's like guys are flying off, and I'm like, nothing. Patrick Queen.
Patrick Queen. So needle pulling thread. This is crazy. Holy shit. All right.
Armstead still there, yeah.
Will be my swing tackle.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Bills left tackle Deion Dawkins as one of my extra offensive linemen. The Snowman.
Let me see here. Could you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah.
So I still need another deep back.
Yeah.
Who do I want?
Not too many options left.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. You guys were talking a lot about the Jets last week, I guess.
Yeah, you're gonna go with what's his name?
I don't know. What is his name?
DJ
guys?
Reed. DJ Reed.
I was just looking at my group of DBs and being like,
You should take DJ Reed, bro.
Wait, did he not get picked at all?
Who?
No, I was literally just looking at mine and being like, holy shit, DJ Reed is still on the board.
Let me just make sure before I say this. Can I go Jesse Bates?
No, he's on Atlanta.
Oh, he's on Atlanta now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually very fortunate for me in my
For you.
hopes. Yeah, in my hopes of winning a Super Bowl, it's very fortunate. I love that he's not in Cincinnati anymore.
What about Adrian?
He's Bell, right? They're both done.
What about Adrian Phillips?
He is still with New England, I think.
Yeah, he's
Let me just double check for you, but I think he is.
Oh, all right. This is also crazy, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, it says he's still on the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh God,
John, who you going with? You got somebody?
dude, I got somebody. If I had a DB slot left, I'm over here shook. I'm gonna go Mike Gesicki.
Yes. My team is literally done, except I need a last O lineman and a special teams member, and one more DB.
And one more DB.
3 picks left. I got a pick for each.
See if you can think of who I'm thinking of at DB, Nick.
Tre'Davious White.
No, dude.
What? I just want to take. I'm just gonna take 3 bills.
All right, take the free bill. Now that all the DBs are gone, I cannot believe none of us took Kyle Duggar.
Whatever. I like Trey White.
I should have taken him over Jimmy Ward 100%, but that's fine.
Did you want me to say Duggar?
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah,
but no, it's a solid one too. Zach, you're on the board or on the clock. You've got 2 O-linemen left to pick and a special teamer.
Can you just scroll up just a little bit? Yeah, there we go. I think right here, just to tack on an extra O lineman, can I go Ronnie Stanley, or is he taken already?
Oh, good call. Good call.
What a season!
Ronnie Stanley. I had my crosshairs on Ronnie Stanley, and then I noticed Teron Armstead, and I was like, oh, shit.
I'm realizing how many Ravens I picked, too.
Oh, yeah. So I want to go offensive line here. I've got a backup tackle. I should go with somebody on the interior. So I think I'm going to go with Ryan Kelly and hope for something of a bounce back here. I know for a fact there's somebody I'm forgetting on the interior that I would take before Ryan Kelly, but I'm going to go Ryan Kelly. You're up, Nick. You got O-line and a special team.
Wow, all right. I'm going to go with former New England Patriot turned Houston Texan Shaq Mason.
Nice. Just keeps getting traded for a bag of peanuts.
That was going to be my next one, too.
I was gonna go with Osiris Torrance.
Yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I could have thought of Shaq Mason. I would have taken one of these young guys. Man.
So for special teams, we can go kicker, right? Or no?
If you want to.
We were just doing punt returner, kick returners type guys.
Yeah, I thought that would be a little bit more
fun.
I just wanted to show respect to the guy, another Raven, Justin Tucker.
Yeah, might as well round the Ravens out.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? What's his name for the Bills that did the kick return after?
I don't know. I don't know what his name is.
I couldn't think of it if I tried.
I don't know.
I don't
man.
even know what team that was.
If you want to pry him from me, you're gonna have to think of his name, okay?
Hang on.
You want him? Think of his name.
All right, one second.
What's his name? I don't know. I don't know what his. I can't think of his name. Man. I don't know.
It's escaping.
I'll go Naeem Hines.
Nice.
Oh yeah, how do you spell his name?
And immediately, I'm gonna take Marcus Jones.
Oh, great pick. Shoot. Okay. Marcus Jones, Naeem Hines. I'm going to show respect to, in my opinion, one of the best kick returners of this generation that's now a free agent. If he's a free agent, can I still pick him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with Andre Roberts.
Nice.
I love Andre Roberts. It's fantastic. Jets, Bills, Houston, a lot of teams. But he's always been good.
Yeah, the only other guy I really considered there was DeAndre Carter was with the Raiders now this year, Chargers last year.
If we could take Devin Hester from the retired players.
Yeah. Zach, go ahead with your final O-line pick.
I just want to throw in an absolute nobody.
Okay.
Just for the meme. I don't even. Hang on.
Is this the last pick?
Yeah.
The one or mine after this is
I'm just trying to see how random of a offensive lineman I can get. I'll just take guard Jake Guidone.
Okay.
It's a Guidone.
Okay.
Yeah. Just attack on another Ravens player in there.
Oh, nice. Get him on a minimum. Upside play.
Save a little cap space,
Exactly. Yeah, you get it. So for my clipboard caddy, I think I'm going to go with
There's one guy that I hope you take here.
Is there somebody funnier?
Yeah, Mitch Trubisky.
Dude, I probably should have taken Trubisky. Well, I'll just throw Kev a bone. Get another Colt in the mix.
Beautiful.
Wow. I got Richardson, Ryan Kelly. That's about it.
And I think that was the last pick. Yeah,
that was the last pick. All right. So let me see if I can zoom out a tiny bit. So here are the full teams. I can do it 90.
Oh yeah, that is true. Nobody took Trevor Lawrence.
Well, you could have, but
Maybe next
I
week.
didn't want any contention in the QB room.
yeah, that's true. There's definitely contention at mine.
Exactly. See, you guys, those are two.
Well, for
alphas.
mine, if you think about it, Aaron Rodgers might go on like a little darkness retreat. So like if that happens, then Josh Allen can just step up.
Josh is like, I don't know what he's doing, but I'll play.
Yeah. Anthony Richardson adds another element to the offense too. We can run a little bit of QB
It's really
power.
true, yeah, that is.
You know,
Taking Tyrod Taylor.
yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna zoom for the rest of the show. I'll just zoom out so we can see everybody's teams. We'll drop these in the Lee caught us. We'll drop these in the Discord. For those of you watching now, if you're with us on the Discord, you can check that out. I'll put them in the public channels. We'll drop these in our private channels as well. See what the guys think. Hopefully we can get some votes in by next show. And then at the top of next show, we'll kind of review these a little bit. And then we'll jump into the same thing for the NFC. And then the following show, it should be fun to kind of compare and contrast all six and see what happens. So anything, any other comments on the draft itself, boys? How do you think it went?
I think that went pretty
really
smooth.
well. I was impressed at how many people we were able to come up with.
Yeah, that's why it got kind of fun.
That's like a little too many goals.
You go through it all, and you're still like, "Oh, this guy's super good. How didn't I pick him?" Like,
listen, I took a lot of Buffalo Bills, but you guys are going to take a lot more Vikings and Giants than y'all want to think about taking next week.
That's true.
You know
That's
what I mean? Like this was my conference. We'll see next week. You're going to be like, well, you know, I really like some dude I've never heard of on the.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, well,
cool. So,
Karis Tonga is probably going to have a breakout year.
As long as I get my number one pick, well, not consensus, not the overall number one pick, but as long as I get my personal number one overall pick, then that's all that matters. You guys
Justin
know
Herbert's in the chat. Good thing
Herbert's in the chat.
Herbert, what's up, buddy? Check out these teams. We just drafted a fantasy draft for the AFC. Let me scroll up a tiny bit for you.
You were starting quarterback.
You are my starting quarterback.
All right.
Well, all right. Well, yeah, we'll revisit these next week for sure. Like I said, I'll drop this doc in the Discord. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. It was a blast for us. We're going to do the same thing next week, so come on back.
he's at Zoom in a little fried right now.
Oh, great.
I got you, bro. I was just trying to show everything here. Before I sign all the way off, we'll let Justin Herbert take these in a little bit here.
Yeah, I do have to wake up at 5:30 a.m. So
Isn't it 10? Isn't it like almost 11 your time too?
Yeah, it's about to be 11. So
Jesus. All right. Well,
so
we'll flip a 3-sided coin for first pick for next week, and hopefully I can clinch Asazia Tomowo at number 1 overall. And we will see you guys back there. Herbert likes mine. He hasn't had time to look at yours yet. He must be talking about mine. Nice picks. I've got a big guy. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. If you're in the chat and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button. Hit the bell so you know when we go live again. We've got plenty more shows coming out this week. The Bounce will be back on Thursday talking some hoops. We've got the off-season to review. We'll be back on Tuesday. I'm sure we'll have a smattering of other things going on. We've got the Bite Size Sports podcast relaunched. Just about a 10, 15-minute pod that will be daily going forward about, just something sports related. So follow us there on Spotify. Subscribe to that. And stay tuned for the next show. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm John. That's Nick above me. We got Zach down here, and the three of us will be back next week doing the same thing. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.